Something quite like a fight at the Empire Fight Camp. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our... And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, one of the... There's never...
This bout is scheduled.
An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
This is like being at a carnival. The fans are happy to be...
We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. It's bombs away. Good counter punching. Not a lot of defense here at all. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Nice counter shot. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Punch, counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And there's the bell to start round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Those counter punches have to hurt. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He just misses with that jab. Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no... Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? And excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. They exchange punches. A perfect counter lands. They're both trying for a knockout. Nice counter. That counter punch caught him clean. And he scores with the counter. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. That counter shot lands. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Back at it in round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you watch lightweight, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. A perfect counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. These two were made for each other. Round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Swing and a miss with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell to start round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
That jab doesn't score. threw a punch and just got countered. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These punches coming from every angle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They both want a highlight reel knockout. There's a counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last one. Let's start the 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's being hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Catch and shoot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
How about that time counter shot? Nice count. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Round 7, here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter shot lands. The perfect counter lands. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Catch and shoot. Swing and a miss with the hook. Well done with that counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Catch and shoot. Misses with the jab. Well done with that counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And that left hook doesn't find its target. perfect counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's a counter shot. That punch scores. Looking to land the hooks. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter. Neither fighter willing to slow down. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Another win, another